Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay. So, we are discussing about list and its operations based on list. Okay. What is list, Rahul?
Variables which are in square bracket.
Variables. Is it variables? Just correct that word. It is not variable. Variable means identifier. Values. Okay, Rahul. What is values? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, D, or words like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Okay, these are the values within that square bracket. Okay, it is not variables. Okay, so in the case of list, list means it's a set of values within square bracket. Then how we can create a list? Sarah, how we can create a list? Which function is used for creating a list? What happens, Sarah? Which is the previous portion we discussed, Sarah? Previous class. Not audible, Sarah. List. Within that list, which is the topic?
Comparing
Little more louder, Sarah.
comparing sequence.
Comparing.
uh,
Okay. So how we can compare two lists, Sarah?
I don't know, ma'am. I didn't revise.
Why? Don't repeat it. Okay. Okay, Sarah. Okay. So Abhilash,
Yes, ma'am.
how we can compare two lists?
We can compare by using greater than or equal to signs.
That is,
By
we can
relation.
compare a list using relational operators. Okay. That is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, just like that. Okay. So that is comparison using list. Then how we can traverse using traverse in a list, Kevin?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, please?
How we can traverse through a list? Which statements are used for traversing through a list?
Ma'am, traversing is from in operator.
Two methods are there using
I'm using in operator and using the range function.
range function. Okay, correct, Kevin. That is using in operator and using range function. Okay, within that range function, we can give a single value or we can give three values, that is start value, stop value, and step value. Okay, so last topic we discussed it is based on comparison. Okay, here the comparison is based on relational operators. That is, here I am using equal to operator. Here L1 equal to L2. Here L1 comma L2 is equal to, here this one is the first list, this is the second list. So this is just like multiple variable, multiple value. How is multiple variable, multiple value? It is A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20. What is the meaning of this statement? Here multiple variables are there, here multiple values are there. So the first value is assigned to A and second value is assigned to B. That is multiple variable, multiple values. Okay, so just like this, we can assign multiple values to multiple lists also. So how we can write this statement? Here it is L1 comma L2. L1 comma L2 is equal to, this is the first list, this is the second list. So the first list is assigned to L1 and second list is assigned to L2. That is L1 and L2. Okay. Then I am giving a statement like L1 is equal to L2. Here double equal to, I am using double equal to. Double equal to means for what purpose we are using double equal to? Alan Joshi. All of you switch on the video, children. Anjana, Thompson, Tushar, Irene, switch on the video. Anish, Omar, switch on the video. Alan, what is the meaning of that double equal to?
Non-equal itself.
It is for comparing if L1 equal to L2. It is for comparing L1 equal to L2. Means here the L1 values are 1, 2, 3, which is equal to L2, it is 1, 2, 3. Here these two lists are equal. So the result it is true. So here the first list it is L1. The content of L1 it is 1, 2, 3, which is equal to L2. L2 the content it is 1, 2, 3. Here all the values in L1 and L2 are equal. If it is equal, it will return a result true. Okay. The second statement L1 equal to L3. Here L1 is 1, 2, 3. But what about this L3? L3 is a nested list. It is not the same form, not the same value, and also not in the same form. Here in this L3, we are using nested list. Okay, within one list, I am using another list. Okay, so L1 equal to L3 is false because L1 is not equal to L3. Okay. Here L1 the contents are 1, 2, 3, but what about L3? L3 it is 1 comma, second it is another list. The content is same 1, 2, 3, but about this second value, this 2 and 3 within another list. Okay. So L1 is not equal to L3. It is not equal. So the result it is false. If L1 is equal to L3 is a false statement. So the result it is false. Okay. Then what about this comparison here? Here the first one it is less than symbol. How we can compare the less than or greater than symbol using this to list? Anish, Irene, Tushar, switch on the video, children. Anjana, Nestle. So here the comparison is based on, first it will take the first value 1. Then here also one value. So it will take the 0th position of first list and also 0th position value of second list. Here the value is 1, here the value is 9. Then it will compare 1 less than 9. First value is from first list, first value from second list. So 1 less than 9. Is it true, Abhiram? True or false? 1 less than 9.
Yes.
It is true. Yes, Abhiram. So here the result is true. So the first comparison is true. If the first comparison is true, there is no need of going to the other elements comparison. You just write the result. It is true. Okay, there is no need of comparing the other values of L1 and L2. You just write the result as true. Is it clear, Rahul? Okay, so the next set of value. Irene, switch on the video, Irene. Irene, Tushar, Anish, Basuri, switch on the video. Do it fast, children. Do it fast. Tushar, Basuri, Anjana, switch on the video. Then only I can continue. Basuri, Tushar, Nestle, Anjana, switch on the video.
Ma'am, if on the video sound starts breaking.
Okay. Tushar, how the result
ma'am.
is true in this comparison, Tushar? Here, if the first string is less than second string, here the result it is true. How?
Ma'am, because ma'am, I did not reach that part. The screen was a little bit lagging, so I just saw the screen right now.
The contents are 1, 2, 8, 9. Second list it is 1, 2, 9, 1. Then how is the comparison? Tushar,
Yes, ma'am.
the first value it is 1, 2, 8, 9. Second list it is 1, 2, 9, 1. Then how is the comparison?
1 is compared with 1, then 2 is equal to 2. 8 is lesser than 9, and 9 is greater than 1.
Then how is the result it is true? The result it is true. How?
I don't know, ma'am.
Buddhadev?
8 is greater than 9, so it's true.
Yes. There is no need of comparing this 9 and 1. You just compare the first one, 1 and 1. It is equal. So we just move to the next value. It is 2 and 2. It is also equal. So we'll take another value, third value. It is 8 and 9. So 8 less than 9. It is a correct statement or true statement. Okay, so 8 less than 9 is a true statement. So the result it is true. There is no need of comparing this 9 and 1. Is it clear, Tushar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the first two values are equal. So we'll move to the next value, that is third value. It is 8 and 9. So 8 less than 9 is a true statement. So there is no need of moving to the next value. So the result of this comparison it is true. Then what about the next one? Tom Sinden. Here the result is false. Explain.
Ma'am, 1 is equal to 1 and 2 is equal to, but 18 is greater than 9.
Here, the third value, the first two values are equal. The third value, that is 18 less than 9, is a false statement. Okay, so the result it is false. Okay, is it clear that comparison? Kevin, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll take another example. Here some problem is there. L1, L2 is equal to 1, 2, 3. That is L1 is 1, 2, 3. L2 is also 1, 2, 3. And the L3 value it is 1 comma nested list we are using. So in the case of equal to symbol, if L1 equal to L2, here it is equal, so the result is true. Here L1 equal to L3, that is if we are comparing a single dimensional, that is a normal list with a nested list, after comparison, the result is false. So the total result is also false. But in the case of when we are using less than or greater than symbol along with different type of list, that is here L1 is a normal list, L3 is a nested list. So if we use less than or greater than symbol with this different type of list, then it will make error. Okay. So L1 less than L3, here L1 is a normal list. But what about L3? L3 is a nested list. So if we compare a normal list and a nested list using less than greater than symbol, it will make error like type error. Okay, you just write these three statements and write this one also and give a result as type error. There's no need of this writing this one, you just write that is type error. Anish completed. If you are not responding, I will not give attendance. Okay, Anish? Okay. Amar, did you complete this program? No response. So write the next heading. It is list operations. List operations. So in list, we are using mainly two operators. The first operator is the plus operator and second one it is star. So we are using two operators for performing some operations in list. The first operator it is plus and second operator it is star. Okay. Main operations that can be performed on list are joining list and replicating list and list slicing. Joining list, replicating list and list slicing. For this joining operation, we are using this plus symbol. To join list, the operator used it is plus. It is plus operator. So the main three operations are joining a list, then replicating a list and list slicing. These are the three operations related with list. And the first operator it is plus, it is used for joining a list. It is used which joins a list at the end of other list. It will join a set of values at the end of other list. With plus operator, both the operands should be of list type, otherwise error will be generated. That is, if we join two values, the two operands must be list. Okay, we can't join a list and a tuple. We can't join a list and a dictionary. We can't join a list and a string. The joining operation is only based on similar type. That is, if I'm joining two lists, the operands, two operands must be in list type. Okay. The mixed type joining is not possible. We can join two lists or three lists. We can't join a list and a tuple or a list and a dictionary. Okay, that is the meaning of this one. So with plus operator, both the operands should be of list type. Otherwise, error will be generated. Both the operands should be of list type. Otherwise, error will be generated. Write this example. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. L2 is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7. L3 is equal to L1 plus L2. What is L1? L1 it is 1, 2, 3, then comma. L1 plus L2. So the first contents it is L1 contents, that is 1, 2, 3. At the end of that L1, it will add the contents of L2. So after 3, L2 it is 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So plus operator is used for, it is not for addition. In the case of list operations, plus is used for joining. Star is also not for multiplication. Plus is not for addition. Okay, the case of list, plus is used for joining two lists. So here the L1 contents are 1, 2, 3 and L2 contents are 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so L3 is equal to L1 plus L2 means the contents of L1 is added with, or contents of L2 is added with L1. That is, the main contents are, contents in L1 it is 1, 2, 3. At the end of that L1, we'll just add contents of L2. It is 4, 5, 6, 7. And this entire value is assigned to L3. Okay, that is L3 is equal to L1 plus L2. Means first the value of L2 is joined with value of L1 and the combined value, joined value, the entire value is copied to L3. Or name of this list, it is L3. Is it clear? Okay. Is it clear, Abram? Basuri, is it clear? No response. Okay, so that is, so if I print L3, the result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The next operator, I'll give one example. Write this question. L1 is equal to 20, 25, 30. L2 is equal to, 1 second. L2 is equal to 35, 40, 45, 50. L3 is equal to L2 plus L1. Print L3. Write the code first and write the output also. L1 is equal to 20, 25, 30. L2 is equal to 35, 40, 45 and 50. L3 is equal to L2 plus L1. Print L3. Do it fast. Anjana, what is the result, Anjana?
Ma'am, L3 is equal to 35, 35, 40, 45, 50, 20, 25, 30.
Is it correct, Abarna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is correct, Anjana. Very good. That is here. The equation it is L3 is equal to L2 plus L1, not L1 plus L2. Okay, here the equation it is L2 plus L1. So we are starting from L2. Which are the values of L2? It is 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay. At the end of that L2, we just join the contents of L1. So it is 20, 25, 30. So here the equation is L2 plus L1, not L1 plus L2. If it is L1 plus L2, then the first contents are 20, 25, 30. After that, 35, 40, 45, 50. Here the equation is L2 plus L1. So we are starting from L2. So the L2 contents are 35, 40, 45 and 50. And the L1 contents are 20, 25, 30. So L3 is equal to, we are starting from 35. So after 50, the values are 20, 25, 30. Is it clear? Then one more question. Write the code first. L1 is equal to A, B, C. A, B, C. L2 is D, E, F, G. Rahul, why this A within single quotes, Rahul? Correct, Rahul. Very good. It is string. Okay. A, B, C are strings, characters. So we'll represent that characters or strings within single quotes or double quotes. Okay. Nestle, read the result, Nestle. Nestle. Omar. Omar.
Yes, ma'am.
Read the result, Omar. What is L3?
L1 plus L2.
What is L1 plus L2?
I don't know, ma'am.
What is L1, Omar?
A, B, C.
Okay. Then, so L1 it is ABC. Okay. Then, what is the use of this plus symbol, Omar?
Addition.
No. It is for joining two lists. Okay, Omar? Omar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so L1 is joined with L2. So L1 is ABC. Then we just add the contents of L2 also. Then it is D, E, F, G. Is it clear, Omar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So plus is, what is the purpose of plus, Omar?
Joining.
Joining two lists. Okay. So that is joining. Then the next operator it is replication operator. Okay, this is the replication operator. Replication operator, it is star. Okay, star is used for replication. To replicate the list, we are using star symbol. To replicate a list, star operator is used. Here, in this example, L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. L2 is equal to L1 into 3. L1 into 3. Okay. So in the case of this replication operator or star operator, we are using two operands, and that two operands, one is a list and one is integer. So the first operand is a list, second operand is one integer. This is the operand specification for star operator. Star is not used for multiplication. Here we are using a list and one integer value. Then the use of the star, it is replication. Is it clear? Okay, so star is the replication operator. It is not for multiplication. Here, in the case of the star operator, we are using two operands. The first operand is a list and second operand is a digit. Okay, if we use 2 digit, if I am using 2 star 3, the meaning is multiplication. Here the result, it is 6 because we are using 2 digits. So it is 2 into 3, 6 is the answer. But if we are using a list with a digit, then the meaning is this list 1, that is L1, is repeated 3 times. That is the meaning. L1 is repeated 3 times. Okay. Here, then what is the result of this L2? L1 is repeated 3 times, means within square bracket L1, it is 1, 2, 3. Then again 3 times it is repeated. That is first time it is okay. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. This is L1 into 3. L1 into 3 means 3 times this L1 contents are repeated and assigned to L2. So it will form a new list with 3 times this L1 is repeated and it is assigned to a new list name. It is L2. So here 1, 2, 3, that is L1 first time, then 1, 2, 3 second time, third time 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is replication operator, star. So along with this star operator, we are using 2 operands. The first operand is a list and second operator is operand is 1 digit. Okay. So I'll give another example. L1 is equal to AB. L2 is equal to, we can write 3 into L1 also. Okay. 3 into L1. The meaning is same. L1 is repeated 3 times. That is the meaning. Okay. 3 into L1. Then print L2. This we can write L1 into 3. These two expressions are same. L1 into 3 is also equal to 3 into L1. But the operands are 1 digit and 1 list. Okay. The operands along with the star, it is 1 digit and 1 list. Buddhadev, what is the result, Buddhadev?
AB, AB, AB.
Correct, Buddhadev. That is A, B. So the first time, that is AB. L1 first time. Then second time AB. Third time again AB. So this is the result of 3 into L1. 3 times this L1 is repeated. That is 3 into L1. It is also equal to L1 into 3. That is 3 times this L1 is repeated. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So next one, it is list slicing. List slicing. It is one of the important topic, list slicing. It is just like our range function. Okay. The case of range function, we are using start value, stop value, and step value. Just like that, we are using start value, stop value, and step value in the case of slicing also, list slicing. We already discussed that string slicing. Same as that of string slicing, it is list slicing. Okay. So in the case of list slicing, we can use list slicing in two methods. The first method, it is only start and stop value. Here we are using only start and stop value. Okay, start value is the starting value and stop value is the stop value. Okay, so here to slice a list, this is the first list, that is the values are 10, 12, 14, 13, 22 to 34. Then another list name, it is SEQ. So the contents of SEQ, it is from this list, from this LST, I'm taking some values and give a new name SEQ. Okay, then how we can take some values from LST using this slicing method? Okay, here the starting value, it is this 3 is the start value, this is the stop value. Okay, in this case, we are using only two value, start value and stop value. If there is no step value, the default step value, it is 1. Okay, default step value, it is 1. So here only start value and stop value. So step value, it is 1, 10. Here, first you want to give the index value for this 10 to 34. Irene, which is the forward indexing values for this LST? For 10, what is the value? The case of forward indexing. Irene? Abhilash?
0, 1, 2.
It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Kevin, how is the backward indexing, Kevin? From where we start and from which value? Or with which value?
Ma'am, from -1, we start from 34.
Correct, Kevin. It is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. Okay. So the top values are based on forward indexing and the bottom values are based on backward indexing. Okay. So this indexing means it is the name of that particular value. That is name of 20, it is 3 or -6. Name of 22, it is 4 or -5. Indexing is also known as position value. So 30, its name it is 6 or -3, just like that. Okay. So we are starting from 3. Which one is 3? 3, it is 20. So the first value, it is 20. Then there's no need of writing this one. You can write after complete. Okay. So here, the first value, it is 3. So the first value, it is 20. Then after that, it is incremented. That is 3 is the start value. It is incremented with 1. So the next value, it is 22. Then after that it is 24. Then you, all the time you just check the stop value. After writing 3, that is 20, you just check the stop value. Here it is -3. Okay, so the -3 is here. Here this is the -3 position. So after 20 we can just write, that is 1 is the incrementation value. So after 20 we can write 22. Then after 22 we can write 24. After 24 we can't write this 30 because -3 is the position of 30. It is -3. So -3 is the stop value. So we can't write this 30 within your list. We can just use 20, 22 and 24. Okay, so before writing the result, first you write the position values or index values based on forward indexing and backward indexing if there is negative value. So in the case of slicing, if I'm using only positive value, then there is no need of writing this backward indexing. You just write this positive indexing only. Okay, here I'm using one negative value also. That's why I'm writing positive and negative indexing. Okay, if this slicing include only positive value, just like if it is LST of 3:8. What is the result of LST 3:8? Sarah? LST 3:8. Okay, what is the start value, Sarah?
20, 22, 24, 30, 32.
Okay, correct, Sarah. Here the start value it is 3. So there is no need here, only we are using only positive value. So there is no need of writing this backward indexing. You just write this forward indexing values. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3 to 8. So we are starting from 3. So 3 it is 20, then 22, 24, 30, 32. Stop value it is 8. So here the stop value it is 8. So there is no need of including this 34. You just exclude this 34 because 34 is a value with index 8. Index 8 is the stop value. So we can't include stop value in your result. So our result it is 20, 22, 24, 30 and 32. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is first method of slicing without step value. Okay. Here we are using only start value and stop value. There is no step value, means we just use 1 as step value. Okay, default step value it is 1. Okay, then what about this question? LST of 2:4. LST of 2:4. Here 2 is the starting value, so this is the starting value. This is the starting value. Then 4 is the stop value. So this is the stop value 4. So we can't include this 4. So we'll just take two values 14 and 20 as result, and you write the result within a list because this slicing method will return a value in the form of a list. Okay, not that point. The result of that slicing, it is another list. If you just write like this 20 and 24, 20, 22, 24, it is a wrong answer. Okay. The content it is saying, that is according to this 3:-3, the result it is 20, 22, 24. But if you simply write this 20, 22, 24 without square bracket, the answer is wrong. Okay. I will not give mark for that result. Okay. So when you write the answer of the slicing, you just write the values within square bracket, because the slicing method will return another list with a set of values. Okay, so another method for slicing it is start, stop, and step value. Here, you first write the LST. LST is equal to 10, 12, 14, 20, 22 to 34. And write the second statement and third statement, write the output. Do it fast here. The start value is 0. Start value is 0. Stop value is 10. What about step value? Here, step value. Okay, Rin. So step value is 2. That means after 2, which is the next value? After 2, which is the next value? Aparna? After 0, which is the next value? We are starting from 0. After 0, 0 means 10. After that?
14.
It is 14 because we are just jumping from 0th index value to 14 because incrementation value it is 2. Okay, so here 0, 0 plus 2, that is 2. Then next it is 2 plus 2, it is 4. Just like that, okay. Then write the result. Alan Joshi, read the result, Alan.